Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want I'm ready for
And good morning, everybody. This is Jason. I am your host of the Sunday Blitz. With me, as always, are my two boys at Dirty Jobs 21 and at Steve Spack 21. How did you guys both land on 21?
For me, that was my basketball number, and then playing football, starting out, I played tailback, so I was always number 21. And then as I got older and didn't continue to get faster, I ended up shifting to the offensive line and playing inside linebacker. So then my number was 51. So 21 for a lot of years. It always continued through basketball, but 21 was my football number to begin with.
Mike?
That's weird. Same exact thing. So I was a fullback, but more of a tailback because I wasn't as big enough to be a fullback. I'd just be able to run people over. The other thing about it is baseball. I was number 21 my whole entire baseball career. I played baseball for almost
that too for me. Yep.
Yeah, and basketball. So yeah, 21's always been my number. It got to the point where in baseball I told them I won't play if I don't get to wear the number. I believe I saw it in a movie once, and then I was just like, I'm going to be that same freaking way. Like, watch me.
Well, this is week 7 of the NFL season. I can't believe it's already week 7. You know, we were getting through the season at least. But I sure bet that the way you started the season is not where you are today. A lot of the questions we thought we were going to get through at the beginning of the season of like, should you start the players you thought you should start and who you're going to bench, completely different now. So we're here to walk you through that. I wanted to mention that BFTG George or BFTG Pod couldn't make it today. He had to actually go to the factory this morning, but I know he's watching because he already posted a clip on YouTube or a question on our YouTube channel. And George, we miss you. I'm going to pour one out for you here later. And but we're going to get right into this. And with that said, we've already got a handful of questions on YouTube. So.
All right, so yeah, let's fire into it, man. We don't have any calls. Well, let's do some quick house cleaning, man.
All
just
right,
real quick. Just kind of want to mention again all of our writers, the different shows that we have, our partnerships with Destination Deviant, Ray GQ, Pristine Auction, Thrive Fantasy, all that. If you guys have been listening to our shows, you know, you kind of get the details from those. You know, especially with Thrive, because you know their daily prop bet for fantasy, you put in $20 or more, you get $20 back using promo code Sleepers. That's SLEEPERS. Send those to sleeperwire@gmail.com and you're automatically entered into the listener league for next year. You're looking at everything that we have going on with our Sleeperwire store. A lot of good merchandise there. Don't forget to check all that out. And then as far as our Patreon, a lot of different tiers there. That's where all of our articles are published from all of our good writers. So you can find that whether you go to Sleeperwire/donate or Patreon/Sleeperwire, you can find all of that there. So yeah, let's dive into these questions, man. It's going to be a busy Sunday. We got some football. So starting out, we have,
that quick. We got a caller.
We do.
Yep. So caller, go ahead. What's your name and where are you from?
This is Curtis, baby. No, baby, you clean and skeet as Peter. You just don't understand the new style.
Good morning, Curtis.
What's up, guys? What's up, man?
What's up?
And I got a quick few questions for you guys real quick, man. First thing first, man. I just got a trade offer. Trade Michael Thomas for Stephon Diggs.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm there yet, but boy, I'm starting to get really upset. Now, what is going on with Michael Thomas? I asked this question on Twitter this morning. Now, he's out today because he was angry and he punched his hamstring because his hamstring had COVID. Is that what I'm
No, he popped up, after this whole issue or whatever. I guess early in the week he popped up with a hamstring injury, and they're actually expecting him to miss week 8 as well. So, and at this point, if you're a contender, and even if it's PPR, I would probably make that deal.
I mean, obviously, in redraft, right?
I'm on a bubble right now, fighting for a spot, and Michael Thomas ain't doing shit for me. I think it's time.
We lost you there, Curtis.
That might have been my bad.
You still there, Curtis?
Again, bud.
Yeah, no, I said, because Thomas on the rock. I'm on a bubble right now, trying to fight to get a playoff spot, and Thomas ain't doing shit for me. I think it's time for him to go.
Yeah, I think I move on from him in a redraft.
Yeah, you want
now. Just get somebody to get you actually into the playoffs, and
right.
it'll suck if you end up playing against him in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but you got to make it to have a shot at it. So go get somebody that's actually on the field.
All right, guys. All right, now let me get my real questions. All right, this week, my starting receivers is AJ Brown, Amari Cooper, and Deontay Johnson. You guys still okay with Johnson this week?
Is it PPR? What are your other options?
It's 4-point PPR.
Do you have any other options at wide receiver?
It's either him or Cooper Kupp. And Michael Thomas injured.
Is this the same league you're trading Thomas for Diggs?
Yeah, I can trade for Diggs. I can trade for Diggs right now and have him in there instead. That's why I asked you guys about.
There's your answer.
Yeah,
get Diggs and put him over Johnson.
Put him right in.
All right, then. All right, guys. If for the flex position, if I'm going to make that trade right now, you guys still comfortable with Josh Jacobs in the flex?
Josh Jacobs?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a little bit on Josh Jacobs. He lost his whole offensive line in one fell swoop.
And he's playing the Bucks, who aren't giving much up to the running backs.
They haven't lost everybody though.
But their whole offensive line, right?
They didn't lose their whole. They didn't lose their whole offensive line.
Oh, okay.
They kept testing everybody, and they were just talking about it on NFL Live this morning. Is there are a lot of negative tests that came back, so on and so forth. So they're not losing the whole line. I mean, they still have some of their people.
Yeah, it looks like 16 hours ago they removed 4 of their offensive line from the COVID list. So it looks like they got 4 of them.
Yeah. They just did it earlier in the week to be precaution, obviously to be cautious about everything, and they had to because of close contact. I mean, obviously they're a unit, and I think they were testing them like every day just to see how this was going, and tests continue to come back negative, so they should be okay.
All right, Dan. All right, but then if that's the case, man, I ain't got no more questions after that.
All right. Well, thanks, Curtis. We appreciate you calling. It's not a Sunday without a Curtis call.
That's it right there.
All right, guys. Appreciate the help as always.
All right. Good luck, Curtis. Tear it up today.
All right.
Yeah, so the only thing I was going to say about Josh Jacobs is he's going against a Tampa team that hasn't allowed much of anything to running backs at all. It's not like you can bench him because he's a stud, right? Like you play your studs, but I don't know. He's a guy I'm fading a little bit today just because he's playing, and it may be the homer in me. I may be being a homer a little bit, but I keep watching. Kamara week 1, McCaffrey didn't do much, and he got hurt late in that game, but he didn't do much against the Bucks. The Bucks aren't allowing a lot to running backs, so maybe the Raiders are good enough to spread it out and do something against them, but I don't know.
I think they can spread it out a little bit. I mean, between Waller, Ruggs, that offense in general, they're able to spread that ball out a little bit. And I don't know what his other options were at running back, but he was talking about playing Jakes as a flex. So I have zero problem with Jacobs at a flex spot if you have two other running backs that are in a good situation.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so no more callers, Mike?
No, we are clear.
All right, so first question we have is from Rob B. And Rob is asking, start 2 PPR, Drake, Cooks, Juju, Latavius Murray. Cheers to you too, buddy. So my answer to that is going to be Brandon Cooks. Man, and probably Juju.
So I was going to say Cooks and Drake. And
yeah,
it's not that Drake's done a bunch, but either is Juju. So
it's tough. Like, I just look at the touchdown upside, and I feel like it's could potentially be better with Juju. However, the last 2 weeks, the one thing that Drake's done differently, which has allowed him to perform a little bit better, is he's become a little bit more of a north-south running back, which is what he needs to do. He's not dancing around. He's not trying to bounce to the outside. He's not doing any of that. And he's taking those opportunities and turning them into something now. Hopefully that continues this week. But, old habits die hard. and that's what always worries me about Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks he's had a touchdown in each game, and 2 weeks ago it saved his fantasy day. Last week he had an okay fantasy day without the touchdown, and then he got it. So, he's not going to be the top 10 running back, the top 5 running back that some people were predicting. The guy you drafted late in the first round, I don't think he's ever going to be that guy. But over Latavius Murray and Juju Smith, who seems to not have a role in this offense right now, or a severely diminished role, I would just take him. And a lot of it's just how I go to the runner, like we usually say.
Yeah. I could see it either way, because realistically, Drake has a good matchup, and really the Steelers wide receiver group in general has a good matchup. I mean, the Titans are a good defense, but their secondary is not the greatest. And Ben's had 11-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, and he's having one hell of a year. So, maybe Deontay Johnson and the emergence of Claypool opens things up a little bit more, and maybe Juju can get some better looks. I don't know. It's hard to say, but your point's very valid with Drake.
What do you think, Mike? So we've got one Juju, we've got one Drake. We both said Cooks. What do you got?
I'm going to say Latavius Murray and Drake, because I want to be I'm going to go actually. I think Cooks is a solid. I think you can't really sit him right now. For me, you just got the consistent touches with Drake. I know that Chase Edmonds been coming on out there, but Drake kind of showed the reason why we drafted him, where we drafted him for the first time this year. So I'm feeling pretty confident that he may repeat performance, at least have the volume play. Juju just has me too scared right now. I want to say it's going to be him again, but I mean, with Deontay Johnson coming back and Claypool out there on the field, I'm just thinking like this isn't shaping up good for Juju. So for me, it's also Cooks and Drake.
All right, Cooks and Drake it is. I'll be the oddball.
Yep. It's nice to be the only man on Garbage Island. That's where I
So our next question comes from Oswaldo. Love the 49er logo, man. Stay strong, faithful. Stay strong. So, should I start Jacobs or James Robinson in a standard league? Now, I want to look. Man, Jacksonville on the road against the Chargers.
I'm still Jacobs.
Yeah, I think I'm going Jacobs here too. I mean, it's Robinson doesn't have a terrible matchup. I just don't trust that offense, especially what they did last week against a terrible defense with the Lions. Who knows how much they're going to try and get Ozigbo involved as well in this game, because Robinson's kind of slowed down a little bit these last few weeks, and they were high on Ozigbo. And then Jacksonville just hasn't been able to get anything going. So, yeah, I'd probably still go Jacobs here.
Yeah, I think Jacobs has touchdown upside. I don't – again, I don't think he gets a ton of yards in the air or on the ground. Catches don't matter because it's standard. But I think they'll get down into the red zone enough where Jacobs can fall forward once or twice for a touchdown. Like, I think that's something you could easily see for him. So while I'm not high on him, especially in a PPR where I think you rely on yards and catches, I do think he gets at least a touchdown. So I take that over Robinson, who, man, that offense has just looked bad. And we've thought early on that they were going to be something fun to watch, and they're not.
All right.
And with that, guys, we've got a caller. So, caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, what's up, guys? Gabriel from Miami.
Hey, Gabriel.
Gabriel.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Man.
So I got a few questions for you guys. Okay, first one is, it's PPR league. Do you guys think Kevin Coleman's worth a pickup?
If you have a deep roster and somebody that you want to get rid of, I think he's worth a pickup and stash. Given the fact that Mostert just went back on IR, McKinnon's there. We're going to see what we're going to get out of JaMychal Hasty. Obviously, if they believed enough in Jeff Wilson, they might not have brought up Hasty. But you got to remember what Tevin Coleman can do in that offense and how familiar he is with that offense. And this is the reason why Shanahan has all these running backs for his scheme, because obviously, he's been losing guys left and right the last 2 seasons. So if Coleman's available, I would pick him up just to have that depth.
Yeah, I think.
So do you think it's worth? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with Steve. Go ahead, bud. Yep, I agree with that.
Okay, so do you think it's worth dropping Chase Edmonds for Tevin Coleman?
PPR, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I wouldn't.
What about Latavius Murray?
Man, that might even be a no for me too, because I don't know how long Thomas is going to be out. Kamara has been seeing like a very high volume, and with Thomas out, there are times that you're seeing sets with Kamara and Murray out there, and you could see situations to where Latavius Murray can easily get a touchdown or two more than Tevin Coleman could.
Okay. Yeah. Those are the only 2 guys I was considering dropping.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. So then, hold on. Today, I need a flex. Robert Woods or James Robinson?
Robert Woods for me. I think they caught on to James Robinson. I think they got into his scheme. I think they figured out the way he's running the football, and it's on him to shift the dynamic back to where he's a good running back again, and he's looking like he's having a tough time getting there. Let's not forget this guy was an undrafted free agent. This is why, if you listen to us, we were warning you, don't blow your whole entire fab budget on this guy, because this could be a flash in the pan situation. So for me, I'm thinking I'm going Woods. I think he's got the more consistent look today.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Especially because you said it was PPR, I'd be going Woods for sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. In a PPR, you can't bench Woods. And it's not just that Robinson's a flash in the pan. That offense was a flash in the pan. They had a week or two where they looked okay. Minshew's just not getting it done.
Nope. And they're going to be in the running for a quarterback in the draft.
Yeah.
Because they have wide receivers, and they're going to find a running back, and they need another quarterback.
Yep.
Okay, so then this is another league, half PPR. I need 2 wide receivers. So I have Tyler Boyd, Mike Williams, Robert Woods, DJ Chark.
Run that one more time. I'm sorry.
Tyler Boyd, Mike Williams, Robert Woods, and DJ Chark, half PPR.
And how many do you need to start?
I can start 3, but I'm going to also, because I need 2 wide receivers and a flex, but I could start 3, but I also have I have Joe Mixon, but he's out. I have Giovanni Bernard. So yeah, I need 2 in my 2 wide receiver spot and then 1 flex. So that's what I need.
So Woods and Boyd for me in the 2 wide receiver slots. I know you said you had Chark and
then I have Chark, Mike Williams, and Gio Bernard for my flex. If that's the case, like Woods and Boyd.
It's Woods and Boyd for me
in the wide receiver. So would you start Chark or Mike Williams over Gio? Or are you starting Gio because Mixon's out?
For me, I would, because Cincinnati's playing Cleveland, right? Yes.
Yep.
I'd probably play Gio over those guys. Chark. I love Chark, but it's too inconsistent. And Gio's going to get touches. And, Mike Williams, I like Mike Williams. He has a good matchup, but that ball could go anywhere this week against against the Jags. It's hard to say how that game's going to play out because that's a situation where the Chargers could jump up big time, and then it just becomes Justin Jackson and Joshua Kelly the rest of the game.
Okay. All right. That's all I had today, guys. Thanks for everything, always.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling. Call us again next week. We look forward to hearing from you.
All right, man. Bye.
Yep. Good luck, man.
Good luck. All right, Mike, you said we got another caller, right? So, caller, you're on with the Blitz.
Mr. 49 himself, Mr. Oswaldo. How we doing this afternoon, buddy?
All right.
I'm doing good. Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
Going back to that question y'all answered earlier about Jacobs and James Robinson, that's on my fifth position. I also got McKinnon, Brandon Cooks, and T. Higgins. Do y'all like that option? Those options better?
It is so tough to sit Jacobs, isn't it? Like,
yeah, for me, it's tough to sit him. He's a hard runner. He's involved in the pass game when he's out there too. It's hard to sit him. I like Brandon Cooks, but I'm still taking the running back.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. What about Bell? Should I start him today over Edmonds or Higgins? I think my other option is my other option. I'm actually driving right now. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Just don't get in an accident, man. Not worth it.
Yeah.
So my other option, it's just T. Higgins, Edmonds, and Bell over Juju.
I'd start Higgins over Juju. Higgins just had his first 100-yard game last week, and I mean, again, they're playing the Browns. And last time these two teams played a few weeks ago, Joe Burrow threw for over 300 yards against them. And I expect a good day from Higgins, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Higgins above Juju, and by about 10 spots, not in wide receiver, but in total PPR, like flex. So I think you're going to be good with Higgins there.
If you have a slot to play Bell, I might take a flyer on him.
On who?
On Le'Veon Bell. I'd still start Higgins over Juju, but if you have another slot to play Bell, I might take a flyer on him.
That's Mike Davis is on my other flex position. Do you like what's his name, Mike Davis over Bell?
Yeah, I think you have to with the way Mike Davis has been playing. I mean, a touchdown saved his week last week against the Bears, but the Saints haven't been, the strongest against running backs. I mean, they're a good defense, but running backs have been able to put points up on them.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks for calling, Oswaldo. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck, guys.
Yep. Good luck.
Same to you.
So one thing I want to address, and we're gonna jump into our Mixler questions because we're backing up. That should not be George's picture. He is not that tough. He's a little more doughy. Like, we got to figure out how to fix that.
Right.
This picture right here of George is that's not right. Anyway, so he said he thought
in his backyard. That's all that.
In 21, I mean, the amount of donuts, yes, that's pretty valid. It wasn't really the meaning, but it could be.
Could be easily.
That's what I call a light breakfast. 21 donuts. Like, what kind of man do you think I am? Like, I'm a 2 dozen. I'm a 2 dozen to start. That's what fires up this belly. Lord.
Just give me a bag of donuts.
Get into my belly. Give me 2 bags of donuts at a time.
All right, next question's from Joe Hopper. Half PPR, Cooks or Higgins in the flex. Man, it's really tough to sit either one of these guys right now.
Both on fire.
Both on fire. I mean,
Texans at the Packers.
I just like Higgins, man. I mean, Cooks has played well the last couple of weeks, and he's seen a hell of a lot more targets without Bill O'Brien there. But yeah, I just like Higgins. I think his target volume could be roughly the same, and I think his touchdown upside's better. I'd go with Higgins.
I was going to say Cook. So, Mike, you got to break the tie.
I think I'm going with Cooks as well. I don't really like any of the other options on that team. So I'm leaning that way.
All right.
You would. Fair enough. But
Steve, I'm just going against you, period, today. That's all I decided.
That's fine. That's fine.
Be anti-Steve. No, not really. I
am not going to suggest starting any of your Bills today then.
No, Josh Allen calls for you.
So, the next question we had was Oswaldo, which I think we just answered over the phone. Let's see. The next one we had Sleeperwire Just a Girl. So this is Fallon off of Twitch. Red Minshew might be benched today if he sucks. Should I pick up Carr or Dalton? I think you should have Carr regardless. Derek Carr, I think it has a very good rest of season schedule, and there's a lot of good things going on in that offense. So I would definitely pick him up and drop Minshew.
Yeah, I would drop Minshew for him too, regardless if they're going to plan on benching Minshew. Yeah, give me Carr rest of season.
I'll take Carr rest of season over Minshew, whether Minshew starts or not.
What the hell does Jacksonville have behind Minshew? Because Minshew's like a 6-round pick.
I don't know.
Like, what could they possibly? Yo, Bagger from the guy off the street, come throw the ball for us.
Well, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. That's how they got Minshew. Didn't he like win a seat lottery or something like that? Like he was the guy that was sitting in the Jacksonville game F-35 and came out there and balled out for a second, and then they caught up to him too.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Minshew. I don't know. Maybe that's why George isn't here today. Maybe he's the backup quarterback for Jacksonville. It's hard to say.
That's actually what's really happening here. Yeah. George, admit it. You're quarterbacking.
I mean, George played one snap before he hurt himself when we went to SportsCon. You don't want to rely on George.
He still got paid. That's what George's T-shirt says.
Nice. So, our next question off of YouTube. Needs help with the flex. Which wide receiver to start from Brittany B? Full PPR. Woods, Chark, Moore, or Higgins? Already starting Devontae Adams and AJ Brown.
That's a good problem.
That's a very good problem. Being full PPR, I'm going Robert Woods. I like Higgins. I like DJ Moore. But I do like Robert Woods.
I'm going to say
on DJ Moore today. Sorry, I'm going to jump in there. I do feel like DJ Moore is going to have a big day today, so I'm leaning DJ Moore.
I was going to make a dad joke and say I like DJ less, so I'm going to go with Robert Woods.
You like DJ less. I mean, yeah, Rams at home against the Bears. I mean, the Bears, their defense is no slouch, but I still like them. And you got the Panthers on the road against the Saints. Saints generally play pretty well at home. That secondary has most of their pieces back. And then as far as T. Higgins goes, I like Higgins. We've already talked about that, but I think your volume of receptions is probably going to be more with Woods with similar touchdown upside. So next question, Mainkiz Broven. What I like that name. It's pretty cool. Hawk, Hurst, Schultz, or Goddard have PPR rest of season. One or two of these guys, and which ones? Rest of season, I would probably go Hawkinson and Goddard.
I was going to say Hawkinson and Hurst.
That's funny. I was going to say Hawkinson and Hurst, but then when you said Hawkinson and Goddard, I agree with that because Goddard, I don't know that we're going to have a Zach Ertz for the rest of the season, or at the very least at a limited capacity. Plus, there was a lot of rumors about him being getting on the trade block and things like that. So, give me Goddard and Hawkinson as well rest of the season.
Yeah, because Ertz is going to be out like 3 to 5 weeks. Goddard's on track to return by at the latest, I think, is week 10. I'm not sure when Hawkinson's bye week is, but just off the top of my head. But those are the two guys that I think would get consistent volume and have similar touchdown upside. Hurst, it's kind of hard to say with him having Julio back. You have Calvin Ridley. Russell Gage and Hayden Hurst could be back and forth because Russell Gage gets more involved when Julio's around. There's less attention on him. So it could always be back and forth between him and Hurst over the middle.
Don't you Don't you think Richard Rodgers stepping up may hurt Goddard a little bit? I mean, he's playing well.
Nah, that's just because there's nothing there. Dallas Goddard's a far superior tight end than Richard Rodgers, and he was getting the volume over Zach Ertz as it is. So, and you're right, Mike. Yeah, the Lions week 5 bye. That's right.
Yep, 5 bye. Yep. So we already passed that one.
So, all right, next question. Gio or Jamal Williams? For me, if and it's a game time decision. If Aaron Jones is out, I'm starting Jamal Williams.
I think I'm saying I'm starting Gio, and that's because I know Mixon is out. So they're talking about Aaron Jones potentially playing. They also have AJ Dillon, who's gonna eat into that Jamal Williams role. They don't have anybody else in Cincinnati. So for me, it's Gio because it's safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Cincinnati, I could just see them slinging the ball around big time. Because I mean, I'd rather not face that Cleveland front trying to run the ball, and Gio can be very involved in the passing game as well. So I think they're just going to be slinging that ball out. Joe Burrow is going to be busy today. To where, I mean, Jamal Williams, like towards the end of the year last year, I think it was. Aaron Jones had to miss a game. Jamal Williams stepped in and had a big game actually. I know they'll get AJ Dillon a little bit more involved, but I mean, it's PPR. So Jamal Williams is going to be the receiving back as well. And look how much Aaron Jones is involved. Aaron Jones made the trip, but it is a game time decision. So it's just something to monitor. If Jones is out, I'd go Jamal Williams all day in PPR.
I feel like it's going to be the AJ Dillon show there. I think the coaching staff there wanted him. They got him, and they just want to start trying him out to start, maybe even just to start shopping him. Maybe they had better results they thought out of Aaron Jones, but I'm still, I think Jamal Williams' role doesn't change much here, even if Aaron Jones is in or out. So I'm going with Gio. I think he's definitely in there. With that, guys, we got a phone call. Caller, you're on.
Bring him in.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, it's Robert from Cleveland.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert. How you doing?
Doing pretty swell. Just got a couple questions here. What are you guys' thoughts on Cam Newton? I don't have any backup on my bench, but I could pick up Minshew or Andy Dalton.
I'd roll with Cam.
Cam's going to have a good game.
I mean, again, the 49ers defense is it's a little beat up. I mean, you still have to kind of respect it a little bit, but they're beat up. And I mean, Cam's not the most consistent passer as far as accuracy goes, but you do have to respect his ability to make plays and run the ball and so on and so forth. So I think his upside is better than the other guys.
Okay. Also another question, Gio Bernard or Kenyon Drake? It's a PPR league.
I think I'm going to lean Drake here. I don't know about you guys.
Same.
No, I'm with you. I'm Drake there.
All right, and then in my flex spot, I can either throw a Chark, Bernard, or DJ Moore in there.
Oof. You said this is PPR?
I'm feeling a Moore breakout today. I'm going Moore.
Yeah, I'll say Moore as well. Yeah,
I'm leaning between Moore and Gio because he's the running back. But I mean, PPR, it's I think you have to go Moore here because Moore.
All right. Oh, actually, I got one more thing for you. Little tight end talk for you.
Okay.
My Austin Hooper went out last minute. I had just traded away my Jared Cook 5 minutes before that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, literally right before that. So right now I have Darren Fells as my tight end, and I have Ebron and Logan Thomas on the wire. Any thoughts on that?
I'm sticking with Fells.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm with Fells here too.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, I think that's all I got. Thanks for the advice.
Yep.
No problem, man.
Yeah,
Good
man.
luck to you this week.
Good luck this week.
All right. Good luck to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got next.
We got another caller. We got, you can call me Al. Al, what's happening, brother? How we doing today?
Big Al.
What's the word, y'all? Y'all all right? Good morning.
We're doing good.
Doing
We're doing
good.
good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm straight, man. I'm having my morning coffee right now, looking over the fantasy football, watching y'all, enjoying the, well, it's not so sunny here in Michigan, but enjoying
man, it's another gloomy day to start.
Yeah, it's over, man. These days do not motivate you to do nothing, man.
We are falling on dark times in Michigan weather-wise.
Guys, come down to Florida. It's blue skies, beautiful and sunny and warm.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
I'm going. So you know what? You know what I'm doing after the show? I'm going swimming. I'm literally going to my parents' house, going swimming with my son. So like, come on down, hang out by the pool.
Come on down and hang out by the pool. See, he's rubbing it in. He's rubbing it in right now.
Yes, he should.
This is why I don't like him.
Listen, let's be fair, Steve. That is not the only reason why you don't like
This
him.
is true. This is true.
All right. Well, I got this question really fast, only because it's still available. I missed out on getting Jamal Williams. I didn't know who to drop. I was trying to figure it out. So whatever. But Cole Beasley is out here. They just said Dawson Knox, something happened with him. So the Bills don't really have a tight end. And John Brown is out. I feel like picking up Cole Beasley and starting him today might be a good play.
Well, I wouldn't read into that too much. I mean, Dawson Knox, I don't know if he personally tested positive for COVID or if somebody he knew did. So that's why he's out. For one. For two, they still have Tyler Kroft. And for three, the last time John Brown missed time, look at Gabriel Davis and the target volume that he saw. So I wouldn't read too much into Cole Beasley.
Well, who are you thinking about starting him over? Let's do that.
Well, I hear you guys talking about Robert Woods, so I guess I have to play Robert Woods, even though I don't like it. My other receivers would be DJ Chark, T. Higgins. Yeah, that would be it. So maybe should I go Woods and T. Higgins?
That's what I would do if that's what you got. Yeah.
And then who should I flex? I have Mike Williams, James White, or DJ Chark, because everywhere else is injuries. You know, I got Mixon, he's out. My team actually was very similar to the guy that just called like a couple calls ago. Like I got the Woods, Crowder, he probably won't play. John Brown is out. Robert Wood, so James White or DJ Chark or Mike Williams will be my flex.
I like White this week.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's good to go. This is PPR.
PPR.
Yeah, I'd probably go James White. If it was standard or half, I'd probably lean Mike Williams because of the touchdown upside, but I think reception volume could lean in the favor of James White.
Yep, that's where I'm at too.
Okay.
It's funny how 2 weeks ago we were all in on DJ Chark and how fast that can change.
It's just his quarterback. It's just the situation. And it's not to say that, he couldn't have a good game today. I just don't like his matchup. And I don't like what I saw last week. Being forced to watch the Lions here, I got a really, really good look at that offense. And Minshew's just bad.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree. I need to try to move Chark. If he has a good game, I'll try to trade him.
Absolutely. Sell high.
Oh, good. All right, Dan. I think that works. I think that'll work. I think that's it. Have to start David Johnson and CEH. Yep. Yeah, that was it, man. Appreciate y'all again.
No problem, man.
No problem. Thanks,
Good
Al.
luck to you, dude.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to y'all as well, man.
Tear it up today.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Yep, take it easy. And with that, guys, we have another caller. Caller, you are on with the Blitz. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey guys, my name is Mo. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good. Thank you.
Good, Bo. How are you?
Doing well. You know, I've been riding this Michael Thomas roller coaster for all season, like everyone else. And, you know, I've been making some contingencies, as you have to. As a Michael Thomas owner this season, if you don't have contingencies, I feel like you're kind of done for.
Yeah.
But my main question, I have a whole like slew of RB2s in Todd Gurley, David Johnson, Ronald Jones, and David Montgomery. I have been like going back and forth on the snap share, the matchup, and I asked the question in the chat. I think I'm gonna start Ronald Jones while the roller coaster is still going up, maybe coming down. And then I'm definitely gonna start Todd Gurley in that Detroit matchup, unless you guys think otherwise. So my main question was, do I go with David Johnson against Green Bay, or do I look to, you know, secure that floor with David Montgomery against the Rams?
I don't think you're securing any floor with Montgomery against the Rams. The Rams front is they're tough, dude. Aaron Donald's tough. I mean, teams have successfully been able to run on them a little bit, but I don't think the Bears are that team. Dave Montgomery's not that running back.
Yeah, nope, I agree.
Yeah. Awesome. And I guess my last question was, I have Tunyon and Adams starting. I'm trying to capture the offense like in the air, but I have Njoku, and I heard about Hooper's appendicitis, like appendix, like he had a surgery, right? And so I was thinking of maybe going to Njoku over Tunyon, but if Tunyon is good to play, I think I'm going to stick with him.
Stick with Tunyon.
Stick with Tunyon. Yep.
Tunyon's a good play this week, and I think Austin Hooper needs to take a page out of the Dwight Schrute handbook and get his ass out there on the field. I mean, come on, man. It's just appendicitis.
Seriously, yeah. Dude, that was great. That was a great reference.
Got to get out there.
Hey, thank you guys a lot. That's my questions. I hope you guys have a good week. Thank you guys for being active every morning. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Good luck this week.
Good luck, yeah.
And with that, we got Curtis, baby. Curtis, what is up, man? What do we got?
So my trade fell through. So now I'm back to square one. I'm trying to find out. So do I play Cooper Kupp or do I play Deontay Johnson?
I think I'm playing Cooper Kupp.
Yep, Kupp for me.
Yep, I'm on Kupp as well, actually. I think Kupp has a good day today.
Kupp would have had a really good game last week, but he dropped touchdown. Could have had two touchdowns
He
last
actually
week.
dropped two, yeah.
Yeah.
He missed one in the air, and then the other one he just dropped.
Yep. That's not going to happen again if he gets those opportunities.
Okay. All right. Let me ask a few other questions. All right. In my flex, should I go Giovanni Bernard or should I go T Higgins?
T Higgins for me. I like Giovanni Bernard. I just don't see him like the guy always does the 10 to 12 point stinker for me. And I feel like, and that's not a stinker, right? That's actually a pretty good day. But I feel like Higgins can give me more. So if I'm looking for floor, I'm going to be playing Gio. If I'm looking for ceiling, I'm playing Higgins.
Yep.
I'm
going Higgins.
I'd go Higgins.
All right, and in a different league. All right, who do you like more this week? Do you like Justin Herbert or do you like Ryan Tannehill?
Give me Herbert.
Yeah, I was gonna say Herbert.
He's against Jacksonville. Tannehill is in Pittsburgh, I believe.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Nope, they're at home, but still.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's defense. It's still
Herbert has a much better matchup, and he's at home with all of his players except for Eckler.
All right. Last question. This is in the deep league, so it's gonna sound nasty. All right. Who would you rather start? Would you rather start Cordell Patterson? Would you rather start what's his dude name? I think it's Catwell, the receiver from the Saints.
I'm starting Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson, you get used in the run game as well as the pass game, and if you have return yards, definitely want him in there.
I can't think of what wide receiver he's talking about with New Orleans, but
right.
His name is my bad, Marquise Cataway. I can't pronounce his name. The last name kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably.
I just stick to the guy you know.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I even look at is Sanders and Mike Thomas are out.
It's Callaway. It's Marquez Callaway. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Marquez Callaway. Yeah, nope. I'm still leaning on
Patterson.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't really know what we're getting from Cordell Patterson week to week. I don't know. I might take the upside shot on Callaway, but that's just me.
Well, you never know. Their hamstrings get COVID in New Orleans.
Sanders is out. Thomas is out.
All right,
Smith and tomorrow.
Steve, you brought me over there. I'm gonna say Callaway, and we'll go forward.
It's a shot in the dark, and it's a deep league. I mean, if that's what you're really looking at, give me the shot in the dark over Cordell Patterson. Yeah.
Okay, we're all on. We're all in on him. I'm actually going to start him in daily now, just because of that.
He's got to be free, right?
Right.
Probably $1.
They give you $300 to play him.
You get an extra $300. Nice. All right, Curtis. Thanks for calling again this week, and good luck.
All right, man.
All right, good luck, Curtis. We'll catch you. Oh,
sorry, Mike. So, hey, I just wanted to jump in and say, George says we're jealous he doesn't look this good, and this is all him. Yeah, I mean, this is all you a couple years ago when you slimmed down. Why don't you post a recent picture when you got chubby again?
Right.
Damn,
listen, when I'm a fat guy, he can't hurt me that way. I call myself out. But don't pretend you're all skinny now. All right, I'm going to jump into our Mixler questions because we've got a ton of them over in Mixler. So let's see. We've got Eric Musial says, need 2, 1 running back, 1 flex, non-PPR. Montgomery, Gibson, Lat Murray, Josh Kelly, Mike Williams.
For me, I'm thinking I'm going with Josh Kelly and Antonio Gibson today. And then for that's the 2 I'm going for. Sorry, I thought I got to pick one more there.
I'm going Gibson for sure. I don't know if I'm going Kelly though. Justin Jackson's playing, and man, Josh Kelly last week only saw like 30% of the snaps or 35% of the snaps. What were the options again, Jason?
So it's Montgomery, Gibson, Murray, Kelly, and Mike Williams. Non-PPR. So I'm taking Mike Williams for touchdown upside.
I'm thinking Mike Williams and Antonio Gibson.
And that's where I was leaning as well, because I think they both have touchdown upside. And if you're not doing PPR, I think those are the 2 I would go with.
Yep.
All right. Hildemac says, PPR, I need 2. I need 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and a flex. So 2 wide receivers, Godwin, Fuller, Kupp.
I might go Kupp Fuller here.
I think I'm going to go Godwin and Kupp here.
And I was going to say Godwin and Kupp. So now you have these options as a flex. Fuller, David Johnson, Melvin Gordon, Giovanni Bernard.
I think I'm going to lean Melvin Gordon there.
I'm worried about how much they're going to play Melvin Gordon this week because I kind of have an issue with him in one of my leagues, and I'm not starting him right now.
I have Lindsey above him this week.
the league hasn't come down on him yet, and I don't know if they're going to limit his play. I know he's been at practice and all that stuff, and supposedly he missed with strep last week, but given the issue that he had last week, I'm wondering if they're going to limit his play as kind of like a punishment of some sort.
Nah, they're going to beat the crap out of him until they break the wheels off of Melvin Gordon is what I'm thinking.
So I'm picking Fuller. So for me, it would be Godwin, Fuller, Cup, and I'm benching David Johnson, Gordon, and Bernard. But I might be the odd man out.
No,
Steve?
I think I'm with you there.
I feel like I'm playing David Johnson over the rest of them. It's David Johnson and Melvin Gordon are the two that are it's between me on that flex. So for me, I'm going to still stick with my Gordon. But, I mean, I'm good with you guys going with Fuller. I'm okay with that too. You know my Fuller philosophy. If he's out there, you got to play the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So two of us had Godwin, Fuller, and Cup, and I think Mike had Godwin, Cup, and Melvin Gordon.
That's right.
So,
and then we got a phone call, guys. So, caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah, hi. My name is Sexy George.
Hey, Sexy George. How are you?
Wow.
Welcome, George. Give me 1 second. All right.
Hey,
I'm listening. Go ahead, George.
Did you hang up on me?
No,
No, I
we're
thought
just
y'all hung
waiting
up
for you.
You got quiet. I thought you hung up.
We're all just
Hey, I just
intrigued
want to
by
call in
Sexy
real
George
quick.
and what he
I
has
know
to say
y'all are
next.
busy burning through these questions. I just want to call in. So y'all need to quit picking on me when I'm not there to defend myself. It's not right.
Not going to happen, dude. Not
Listen,
gonna happen.
George. Listen, you know I'll do it to your face, and I do it behind your back. We're gonna do it anytime we get a chance.
Yeah, I know. I know.
George.
George. All right, I'll let y'all go. Get back to the show. I'm gonna
That wasn't distracting at all. Thanks, George, for calling in.
That was hilarious.
Thanks for calling, George. All right, we're gonna get back to these Mixler questions since our hosts that can't be here actually don't have any work to do and are sitting at work watching us. I'm gonna.
So rude of him to interrupt like that. Jeez.
It gave me
No
the laugh.
consideration.
Gave me the laugh I needed this morning, Steve. So J Fan wants to know PPR need running back and flex. Gibson, Williams, Jamal Williams, Lindsey, Higgins, and Beckham. One running back, one flex, and a PPR.
I think I'm going
Gibson Higgins for me.
Gibson and Higgins. That's where I was at too.
So I was going to say Lindsey and Higgins, but 2-1. J-Fan also wants to know pick 2, Claypool, Higgins, DJ Moore. Man, it's hard to sit Claypool after the couple of weeks he's had.
It is, but man, Deontay Johnson coming back worries me a little bit. I think I'm on Higgins and Moore here.
It's just the way they use Claypool, though. Like, I think Johnson coming back could impact Juju more than it'll impact Claypool, to be honest with you. I mean, Claypool's a beast. He's a big dude. He's a big target, and they utilize him running. I mean, he gets a couple carries a game, too, like 1, 2, 3 carries. You know, especially around the goal line, they mix that in. So, yeah.
They both are filling that same utility role, and I feel like with Deontay Johnson back, he's going to be that reliable guy. It's tough to say because I agree with you 100%, man. I would not sit Claypool if I was Tomlin, but if there's a coach I know better than anybody in the NFL, I don't know it because I've always felt like I know Tomlin. This guy just makes no brain decisions to me. I feel like he's going to use Deontay Johnson, and we're going to see Claypool kind of take a fade back when it's Juju and him on the field. I think that we see him, but I can definitely see me being wrong right there. I just have this feeling that he's going to be used a whole lot less.
Man, and all that thought process, I forgot who the other options were.
Higgins and DJ Moore.
I mesmerize you with that.
So
Man.
it's Claypool, Higgins, and DJ Moore. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
It is in PPR. I mean, the thing about Moore is you know that you know his floor is safe.
I mean, it's every week he's getting 5 receptions and 70+ yards, right? Like the touchdown upside hasn't been there necessarily, but he's getting 5 receptions, 70 or 80 yards every week. Last week was like 90 something. he's getting you 14 PPR points every time he's on the field. So you do have a safe floor with DJ Moore.
So Aaron Jones is out. Fire up Jamal Williams.
Fire up your AJ Dillon.
Yep. For me, I just like the touchdown upside better with Higgins and Claypool in their matchups over DJ Moore on the road in New Orleans. And New Orleans as a team generally just plays pretty tough at home.
Yeah, I can get in on. So I think both Claypool and Higgins are upside plays, and I'm okay with that. I'll take both Claypool and Higgins here.
I like it.
All right. Jesus Merked. Need one quarterback. Is it Jesus or Jesus?
My guess would be Jesus.
Okay, well.
Yep.
He's always Jesus to me. We're gonna say need one quarterback, Deshaun Watson against the Packers or Justin Herbert versus the Jags.
I don't know. It's tough to sit Watson, man.
Yeah, I can't be sitting Watson after he's been balling out post Bill O'Brien. I love it.
So there's a second part to this that his opponent is starting 3 Charger players: Hunter Henry, Josh Kelly, and Keenan Allen. Does starting Herbert help or hurt? I mean, anytime Keenan Allen or Hunter Henry catches a touchdown, your guy threw it. So, it's splitting points. But I don't know. Like the way Watson's been playing post Bill O'Brien, it's hard to sit him.
Man.
And that Packers defense got exposed last week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to sit Watson. I mean, I get it because it washes touchdown passes. I mean, the only way it doesn't wash is if Josh Kelly gets rushing touchdowns, but Herbert also has the ability to rush for touchdowns too. I mean, it's a tough call and it is an interesting caveat, but I would play Watson, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. If your gut tells you Herbert, I don't think you're crazy for doing it. I'm going to play Watson.
And that's where I am too. Yeah. That is a very interesting it's something we don't talk about a lot is counteracting other people's studs with your quarterback.
Yep.
That can help though. J-Fan wants to know a possibly injured Josh Jackson or Kelly.
Give me Jackson. I think he's playing today.
Oh, he is playing today. I mean, last I read is that he's expected to play. And again, I mean, Joshua Kelly only saw 35% of the snaps last week. I mean, when Justin Jackson's on the field, he's the preferred back right now.
Yeah, that's 3. 3 for Jackson. Jesus says Jared Cook or Bills only tight end Croft.
Oh, give me Cook.
Give me Cook all day long.
Yeah. There's nothing else to throw to there right now except for whatever that guy that Curtis was talking about. And Traquan Smith
already escaped me. Marquez Callaway, that's who it is.
Yep. Fear the Claw says, hey guys, got a few questions for y'all. 14-man PPR. I need 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Singletary, McKinnon, Lindsey, Fuller, Kupp. So wide receiver, I'm going Cooper Kupp.
I think I'm going Kupp there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kupp, and then I think I'm gonna go Singletary. I know we haven't really seen much out of him, but they are playing the Jets. Zach Moss has not been impressive, and in a PPR capacity, Singletary is almost like playing James White.
I feel like playing Singletary is actually a really, really strong play today. I mean, look at what Buffalo did the past 2 weeks, and they look dreadful, but they played Baltimore, and then they played Kansas City. So, I mean, right there, you're flipping out of your game script right away because I don't care how good your defense is. Patrick Mahomes can dice it up relatively quickly, and so you find yourself playing a game of catch-up. And so not really a heavy Singletary used game. And then Baltimore's just devastating against that run. So I'm not really too worried about Singletary. I think today he has a really big day and a really big bounce back day. Same with Josh Allen, same with Stephon Diggs. I think today's going to be a really good day to be a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yeah, I can see a get right day. And I'm telling you, man, John Brown out. Just keep an eye on Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis might be a very good DFS play this week,
Very
actually.
good DFS play. I'm actually putting him in my lineups right now as we're talking.
So I've got to say that Mike said he wasn't going to play any Bills, or Steve said he wasn't going to play any Bills this week.
Oh, I just wasn't going to talk them up. I have a lot of them to play. I just wasn't going to talk them up, and I already lied to everybody. So everything's a lie. I'm not happy with Mike right now.
Don't trust anything Steve says.
Steve says
lies, all lies.
So it's Singletary Cup, and he also needs help with defense. He's got the Pats defense at the moment on waivers are Saints, Washington, Jets, and Cardinals. Should I pick any of them up? Just the fact that you mentioned that you should possibly pick up the Jets defense, we should banish you to fantasy football jail.
Does the Jets have a defense? Is that even an available player?
I mean,
bodies out there. I don't know if it's defense, but there's people out there.
It came out that they traded their defensive tackle to the Buccaneers before the game started, and they still played the dude.
That's awesome.
I mean, for me, I'd take a shot on the football team, man. On Washington against the Cowboys. Washington's at home. I mean, it's Andy Dalton. You could be looking at interceptions, and Zeke's been fumbling like crazy, and I know he said he's working on it, and he was going back and watching game film about all of his fumbles and what he's doing wrong and so on and so forth. But I think you have some upside for at least some turnovers.
Don't you do that before you start fumbling? Like, isn't that something you do normally?
You would think, but he's had a lot of fumbles this year.
It's only millions of dollars. Anyway, so last question, QB1, he has Jimmy G starting because Lamar's on bye. Should I roll with him or pick up Kyle Allen, Drew Lock, or Nick Foles?
Jimmy G.
I think I'm sticking with Jimmy G as up and down as he's been. It's I can't trust Kyle Allen. I can't trust Drew Lock. I can't trust Nick Foles.
Man, Deebo Samuel and George Kittle, man, they're a tandem of yards after the catch. And Shanahan's a mastermind, but so is Bill Belichick. So I think you're going to see some fun football, whether it's high scoring or whether it's not high scoring. I think you're going to see a good football game between two very smart coaches. And Jimmy G, he's coming back to Foxborough. Yeah, that game's in New England, right? I believe it's in Foxborough. So, yeah, I kind of want to see that. I'd play him.
Dim Boys 44 says Gio or Aaron Jones this week. Well, we just said that Aaron Jones is out. This was 38 minutes ago. So,
and I still want to play Aaron Jones over Gio, knowing that on the field. That's how I feel about Giovanni Bernard. I say that he usually does pretty good in a pinch, but I feel like I just don't know. I think that both of those teams are going to be a little bit different there as far as how they game plan. I think it's just going to be a lot of tossing. I think it's going to be a lot of throwing the ball.
So here's some things to think about. Aaron Jones is out. We already know that. Sam Darnold is starting. Jamison Crowder is out, but they did. Denzel Mims is probably going to play this week. I think they said that he's going to. But as far as Green Bay, David Bakhtiari is out. So something to think about.
All right. Pick 3 from Dim Boys. McLaren, Keenan Allen, James Robinson, and Swift.
Pick 3?
Pick 3.
Get rid of James Robinson.
Yeah,
100% agree. Hilda Mack, she says, PPR, I need 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. 2 wide receivers. Let's do the wide receivers. Got Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp. That's the only 2 wide receivers she has. So,
Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. Sorry. Yep. So Chris Godwin, Keenan Allen, Kupp.
I'm worried about Godwin. I really am. I mean, he's missed time. He looks good on the field, but there's still some miscues with him and Brady. And then God only knows when Antonio Brown gets into this lineup after a suspension in week 9, if he can even keep his head together to stay on the field. But that wide receiver group, that offense is already murky. Ronald Jones has been the only consistent thing that we've seen there. And I don't know if Leonard Fournette's really going to impact that, but Godwin just worries me, man. He really does.
So you're saying Keenan Allen and Kupp?
Yeah.
I'm good with Keenan Allen and Kupp too. I think that's but it's just barely. I mean,
Tampa Bay's traveling out west too. They're going out to Vegas.
Yeah.
I
still like all 3, but I'm with Allen and Kupp.
But see, here's the thing. I'm just looking over this. I think we can solve this easily. She needs 5 out of 6 players I have a feeling we're all benching James Robinson, and we're going to start Godwin, Allen, Kupp, David Johnson, and Josh Jacobs, right? Like she needs 5. So we're dropping. We're just going to stop saying James Robinson's name today altogether, and he's going to have a huge game, and we're going to feel bad about it. And Mike and I apologize on it Monday night, but
starting him in all my dailies right now, just
just in case. So, but you're starting Godwin, Allen, Kupp, and then your running backs are going to be David Johnson and Josh Jacobs. So, Bobby Pidskins, welcome, Bobby. He says choose a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a flex, half PPR. Burrow or Bridgewater?
Burrow
for me as well. Now a wide receiver and a flex, MVS, Ruggs, Latavius Murray, and Zach Moss.
Murray and Ruggs.
And I had Murray and Ruggs as well.
I'm there too.
Okay. Bobby Pigskins also says full PPR. Choose a flex, MVS, Gallup, or Zach Moss.
Gallup.
Man, I'm gonna say Gallup as well.
Dalton targets him.
Yep, I like Gallup here too. I think Gallup's the guy that really progresses with this offense. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of this offense to go around, but I think what is there, I think is going to be Gallup.
I think a lot of people are overreacting from a bad first week with Andy Dalton at quarterback. I don't think they're going to be nearly that bad the second week with him starting.
Yeah. Not every week, but Andy Dalton will give you some turnovers.
So this one I never thought I would read. This is a question. When I started the show, I said this is not what you thought you'd be asking. Should I drop Fitzpatrick for Glennon in a 2-quarterback league and only have Russell and currently only have Russell, Bridgewater, and Fitz?
No.
Mike Glennon should never be an option, even if he is starting somewhere.
Did you think? I mean, I don't. Honestly, I lost track of where Mike Glennon even plays. Oh, he plays for the Jaguars. Okay, that's who Fallon thinks might be starting. Jesus, I googled him. I forgot how long his fucking neck is. That giraffe-looking motherfucker. Excuse my language. Yeah, I'm keeping Fitz because the odds are is Tua maybe doesn't finish the season.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you'd have a guy like Fitz back on your team who plays well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. J-Fan, PPR, need running back and flex. Aaron Jones is not going to be it. So Jamal Williams, Jackson, Kelly, Bell, Singletary, DJ Moore. I'm going to say Singletary and DJ Moore.
What do we need? What do we need to put together out of this?
One running back, one flex. So Jamal Williams, Jackson, Kelly, Bell, Singletary, DJ Moore.
Dude, I might go Jamal Williams, Devin Singletary.
I'm okay with that too, but I feel like I said, I've been riding the DJ Moore train all morning. I'm going to stick with the DJ Moore train, but I don't mind either one of those.
Come on, ride that train.
The DJ Moore train.
Man, we're old. Okay, so Death Chaser says full PPR flex up. Like half the people that are watching us have no idea what you just did there, which is
hey,
so
whatever.
Full PPR flex help. Justin Jackson or James Robinson? I think based on what we've done this morning, everybody's going to say Justin Jackson, right?
Concur.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he needs a clutch win against the number one in his league. It's tough because if those are your two options, I feel like it's going to be a tough chase down on that number one. But I think Justin Jackson gives you the best chance.
It's the choo-choo.
Mike, can you cue that up for our outro?
Yep.
And then, 30 minutes from now or 45 minutes from now, when we do get to the outro, I'm going to totally have forgot we said anything and then laugh my ass off when I hear it. I'm just saying. All right. Fear the Claw for a different league. Half point. Which running back should I start? Singletary, James White, or J.D. McKissick?
Singletary.
I'm gonna say Singletary. We're all on Singletary today. Well, two of us are deeply on Singletary. Let's see if Mike's down with the Bills.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Duh.
Although I mean, especially in PPR, I don't mind JD McKissick. He's actually been performing well, but I don't know. I'm on with a get right game with Singletary in this matchup.
I also like James White this week, but it's Singletary seems like he's a good play. Stone Cold Rogers.
It's the choo-choo.
Stone Cold Rogers says Darrell Henderson, Chase Edmonds, or Josh Kelly in PPR. I'm gonna say Chase Edmonds because I don't like Darrell Henderson against the Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Edmonds too.
I agree. Yeah,
he's still involved as far as pass catching, and he has touchdown upside too.
Justin Jackson or Jerick McKinnon?
Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I'm sorry. Woo.
I'm gonna go with you, Steve, because you're the resident 49ers fan, and if you're not picking McKinnon, I'm not picking him either. PPR, running back and flex, David Johnson, Melvin Gordon, Giovanni Bernard, Cooper Kupp. I think we're all going to say Kupp, right, as the flex?
Yeah.
So now it's David Johnson, Melvin Gordon, or Giovanni Bernard.
David Johnson for me. As much as I can't believe it, David Johnson's actually becoming a pretty relevant force with that without Bill O'Brien involved.
Yeah, he's an RB2 option for sure. I'd be playing him.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well. So David Johnson, Cooper Kupp. And this puts me in a tough spot because I sure as hell don't remember what I said the first time. J-Fan says, sorry I missed my first question. Running back and flex, Gibson, Jamal Williams, Lindsey Higgins, and Beckham. Running back flex.
We said Gibson and Higgins is what we landed on with that one. 2 to 1.
2 to 1. I think you said Gibson and Williams, right, Steve?
No, he said Gibson and
I
Higgins.
think Gibson Higgins.
Okay. There
you
we
were
go.
the actor there, buddy.
Oh yeah, I wanted Lindsey. I wanted Gibson and Lindsey. All right.
Don't you be putting that nonsense in my mouth. Go ahead and clip that too.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for all these clips, Mike.
What's that?
I'm still waiting for all these clips that we're supposed to get.
Oh, dude, I stack them up.
Okay. All right, because I
keep montage together.
I do hear a lot of Showtime George, but not a whole lot of Steve saying he wants something in his mouth. I don't know.
Showtime George.
It's just so easy.
So Crazy Canuck says LaFleur said Jones is out and Dylan would have a big opportunity. So fire up your Dylan if you have him. Bobby Pigskin says Kupp or Kirk Standard, and this is another weird one because 4 weeks ago I had declared Kirk left for dead, and since then he's played out of his mind.
Left for dead, jeez, dude. Wow, rough.
I mean, listen, with all the wide receivers they had there,
just mean, man.
In the ditch after a bender, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
About put people in a ditch. What is going on?
Too dark, too fast.
All right. So back to the question. Upper Christian.
Nice recovery there.
Listen, yeah. I was literally just thinking of him in the ditch. My brain's stuck. I don't know what to tell you, man. Kupp or Kirk.
Well, here's the thing for me. I'm going Kirk. I agree. I was off Kirk a little bit there, especially because Andy Isabella had been stepping up a little bit too, and that was a little bit of a concern. But he kind of looked lost these last couple of weeks, and Kirk he's been seeing enough target volume now, and it's been getting a little bit more. But he's also providing a vertical threat, which they really needed in that offense. And somebody like him and Andy Isabella are guys that can provide that. But Kirk is a more physical wide receiver. And obviously he has more time in the NFL, realistically. So him providing that element, I think, is going to open things up a little bit more. DeAndre Hopkins, he's they say he's hopeful to play, but I mean, Hopkins is tough, dude. How many games has that guy really missed in his career? So I really think this is going to start to shape out to be Hopkins, Kirk, Edmonds, Kenyon Drake, and you're not going to see Larry Fitzgerald. You're not going to see Andy Isabella. I think that offense is going to start to shape towards those core guys right there around Kyler Murray.
I do want to mention, you said it more politically correct than I did, but you really did think that he was dead in a ditch.
I said something politically correct.
You did. You said I was fading Kirk a couple, and then you kind of held you wanted to say you thought you left him for dead too, but you couldn't get yourself to do it. I know what you're doing.
It's chess, baby, not checkers. It's chess.
Ricardo Banks says, fellas, PPR, Flex, McKinnon, Murray, MVS, Judy, or Kelly.
Flex. We're picking one. McKinnon, Judy, and who else?
Murray, MVS, Kelly.
Give me Judy right here. I think Judy with lock back. I like him. I like that option. I think you're chasing an upside thing here, but I'm okay with that if I'm chasing it.
I don't know if I don't like any of them, to be honest with you, but
I don't like Judy against the Chiefs, but they're going to be chasing points is what they're going to be chasing.
I don't like McKinnon against the Patriots. I don't like any of it, but I guess just for volume purposes, I still might look at Judy.
For me, it's between Latavius Murray and Judy, and like just because they're going to be playing from behind, or at least I think they're going to be playing from behind, and I think you're going to see a lot of passes Judy's way.
You know what? Damn it! Just because the lack of weapons on that offense, give me Latavius Murray. They're at home. It's against Carolina. Carolina's defense is not the greatest. You're going to have Latavius Murray. You're going to have Alvin Kamara and Jared Cook and Captain DFS from Curtis and Traquan Smith. There's really not a lot there. So, dude, give me Latavius Murray.
Captain DFS. All right. We can't remember his name, but he's just Captain DFS now.
That's what he is. The rest of the day is Captain DFS.
All right. So I feel like we'll never have a reason to mention
Marcus
him again,
Callaway.
but we'll never have a reason to mention him again, but we found a nickname for him anyway. Stone Cold Rogers or Crazy Canuck says, pick 2 PPR, T. Higgins, OBJ, Robert Woods. I'm going to say OBJ and Higgins and Woods.
Higgins and Woods.
Same.
I've never been an OBJ guy, and I'm not going to start.
I like OBJ, but I just don't like his production. And I'm sitting there right now looking at trying to find somebody to start him over, but I also have Michael Thomas in that league, so I'm kind of stuck.
This one's kind of gross, man. So Juju or AJ Green?
I'll take Juju. I don't think it's that gross. AJ Green, we've seen he's done. He is cooked.
Yeah.
Or to use your words, he's in the ditch. He's dead.
He's in the ditch. He's dead in the ditch. All right.
He's done.
I'm taking Juju as well, but man, that's gross. All right. So Fear the Claw. One more question. Half point PPR. Need the flex spot. James White, McKissick, Lamb, or Kirk?
McKissick, Kirk, or James White?
James White, McKissick, Lamb, or Kirk?
I think you still have to go CD.
I think you go CD Lamb here too.
Dude's too good, man.
Close. It's really close. I sure like Kirk a lot today.
Yeah, I was between the two as well.
Who are the Cards playing? No, they're playing the Seahawks, and the Cards are at home. Damn.
Yep.
It's kind of like, man. No, give me Kirk.
You're taking Kirk. All right, yeah. I was gonna take Kirk to be the opposite of you two, but now I'm just with Steve, so we're both taking Kirk. Jesus,
I'm doing it so I don't end up dead in a ditch. That's the only reason why I'm doing it.
Jesus said no guarantees, bud. It's a long show. Jesus says David Johnson or Justin Jackson.
Damn, that's tough. 'Cause I like Justin Jackson's matchup, but I don't think you can go wrong with David Johnson.
Yep, I like David Johnson a lot right now.
Yep, I'm all in on Johnson. So
You would be.
Fear the Claw just said they only had one question and now they've got another. Do we do we take it? Yeah, I guess we take it. So is Jonnu in? I've read that he's playing, but that was hours ago.
I've read that he's expected to play. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I believe Jonnu is in. I just looked it up. Jonnu is looking like he's going to be playing today. That said, I'm happy to play with him or play on his.
It's like a couple of 2-year-olds doing this show.
But no, I do. I like Jonnu a lot today. I actually don't mind Ferkser too. I actually like both of these guys quite a bit. So
yeah, if Jonnu's in, you play him. But man, Ferkser looked so good last week.
He really did. I feel like he's the better tight end, if I'm being honest.
He's been looking good all year.
Yeah.
He really has.
All right, so that is us caught up on Mixler. So we can get back to the fine folks on YouTube, Twitch.
Yeah,
and,
let's get over there and get George's ugly face off of here. Aha! B. Schwartz.
He was there with us, right? Like I felt like
sorry.
That's how.
B. Schwartz 625. Better start today. Stafford or Herbert? Give me Herbert. Herbie. Brittany B says, thanks, boys. Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you. Mankus Broven says, thanks, guys. Hurst have to drop Hurst, but my league doesn't trade for shit. Well, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and thank you. And hey, Michigan represent. That's right, baby. That's right. We represent here in the D. All right.
You do this? Brr. Is that how you do that in Michigan style?
I mean, it's still cold as hell up in here, man. It's not even cool. I lost where I was. There's so much going on here. You got George and Hoos chatting in this thing too. So Brittany B got one more. Jonnu Smith or Darren Fells for tight end. If Jonnu's playing, well, I don't know, man. It's against Pittsburgh. I think I'm going Fells. I think Fells is the better play.
Here too. Yep.
I'll go with that.
So George with another comment. I'm not even going to talk about him. So we got JP02397 Cup. I'm guessing that's Traquan Smith or Keelan Cole. If this is PPR, I don't mind Keelan Cole, but I think I'm going to go Cup here.
I think I'm going to go. God, I like Traquan Smith here a lot. He's kind of like the last man standing with Cook out there. Give me Traquan Smith right here.
What say you, buddy?
I'm taking Cup.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cup as well, although Traquan's probably a good play. I think all three of them are good plays, but I just like Cup here.
Yeah, I don't think you can lose on all three of these guys. I think you're going to get about the same game out of all three.
Right. So fourth down fantasy, Visca or AJ Green in PPR flex. Give me Visca, man. I mean, I'm still waiting. This guy, his game has got to be coming. But again, it comes down to Minshew. Minshew is just trash. But I still like Laviska Shenault over AJ Green.
I think I do too. It sucks to say that, man. I mean, I love AJ Green. I've always loved AJ Green. But man, yeah, I'm not there with him anymore. He seems like he's got the opportunity. He's just not there to catch up. He's not keeping up. He's not catching up. He's like he's a couple years behind and he looks it. So I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Shenault. I think eventually the cream will rise to the top there.
So, okay, should I drop D Johnson for Mike Williams? If it's Duke Johnson, yes. If it's David Johnson, no. If it's Dearness Johnson, yes.
I don't know any other D Johnsons.
But which Mike Williams is that though? Is that Chargers Mike Williams? Is that Mike Williams in Cincinnati? I don't know.
I think we're safe on that end of things, at least. I think it's got to be Mike Williams. I actually like Mike Williams a lot rest of season, too.
Yeah. So from Mini Jordan 718 PPR, Swift or Jackson. For me, I'm going DeAndre Swift. They were talking this morning that Adrian Peterson is going to start, but DeAndre Swift is going to have an expanded role, and they are playing the Falcons. So I'm going DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I like DeAndre Swift a lot today. He's actually in my top 10 running backs. I think we really start to see this guy separate himself from Adrian Peterson and the rest of the pack this week.
Mm-hmm. So George's ugly face says that photo is only 1.5 years old. Lies.
No, that's probably 1.5 years ago when he was losing weight, but he's gained about 40 pounds since then.
I was going to say a picture can be however old you want. You can print it whenever, but when was it taken?
Perfect.
All right, so we have a lot of nonsense on here between George and Hoos. You guys take that shit on the side, man. Let our people be heard, damn it. All right, so Brandon Silva, I want to combine Phillip Lindsay and OBJ for an upgrade at running back or wide receiver. Who could this fetch? Oh, you'd have to find somebody who really believes in OBJ. I would target a Melvin Gordon owner and see who they have. It's very hard to say what you can get with this because everybody values OBJ differently. I am not a believer. I wouldn't give you a wet paper bag for OBJ. Maybe for Phillip Lindsay, but I wouldn't for OBJ.
I would give you a wet paper bag for him, but that'd be, like, what am I going to do with a wet paper bag at the end of the day? So I'm with you. I just don't really feel like you're going to fetch maybe like a Jamison Crowder. You might be able to go out there and get, especially when he's on a down week or he's injured. But I don't think you're going to be able to get a whole awful lot either. I mean,
see, even Crowder, that's only valuable in PPR. And to me, I think even though I don't like OBJ, and Phillip Lindsay sharing a backfield with Melvin Gordon, I don't think that's given up too much to get Crowder. It's hard to say. It's who's going to value who, but I think your ultimate, your first step should be see who owns Melvin Gordon, because we have stuff looming over his head. We don't know what's going to come down from the league with his DUI issue, so on and so forth. Target the Melvin Gordon owner, see what kind of running backs and wide receivers they have, and see what kind of deal you can work out.
I agree there.
So we have from DJPL 3AS3. Man, that's
tough. Al.
That's Big Al.
It's DJ Al. Please.
Oh, DJ Please. Ooh, look at you getting fancy there. All right, man. I like it. Nah, I got you. All right. What if you have Josh Allen and Deshaun Watson? Well, then you have a good problem, my man. But honestly, I don't want to sit Deshaun Watson, but I'd probably play Josh Allen.
Against the Jets, I have to play Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen's set to have a huge week. Gosh, I don't like sitting Deshaun Watson very much, but yeah, I'm out.
And then more nonsense from George.
Well, I want to get into this. I want to get into this one because I'll
this
ask
trade?
you the question. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I asked him. So we're in a 1-quarterback league. I already have.
I'm in this league and I beat you last week, by the way.
I know you did. You're my first. You're my first loss. I had a bunch of guys on bye. It's fine.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm your first.
You're my first. Oh, I love you too. So I already have Lamar Jackson. I have Josh Allen. I have Daniel Jones. I also have Andy Dalton and Matt Ryan. So I have 5 quarterbacks in a 1-quarterback league, but the bench is super deep. I'm taking a second for Matt Ryan in a dynasty. Anybody have problems with that?
A 2nd-round pick for Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
Who's your starter again? I don't even remember last week. I really paid attention. I was just
Lamar Jackson. But if I'm not playing Lamar Jackson, I'm also playing. I'm playing Josh Allen, and if I'm not playing either one of those, I have Daniel Jones.
Dude, I think you smash.
Exactly. Yeah. He offered me a 3rd. I think I'm going to get a late 2nd. But tell George, I know you're watching. I'm going to hit this as soon as we get off here, so you can play Matt Ryan this week. I know that's what you're after.
Change it to a 3rd, George.
He offered me a 3rd, and I turned it down. So listen, I've got.
You're so greedy.
I've got a great problem. I've got too many decent quarterbacks. I took a shot on Lamar Jackson when nobody wanted him. So,
well, at least it was a shot, not something else.
Yeah. Anyway, so we can move. At least I'm not in the ditch, is what you're saying.
Well, I thought you were gonna say you took a shit on him, which would be awfully rude, but you know.
I mean, if the price is right, right?
I mean, listen, anything for money.
Right, exactly. So from Dalton Schneider, with Joe Mixon and Crowder out, which is a bummer. I have a problem in a league just like this, my man. Except I don't have Justin Jefferson on that team, but Jefferson in on a bye. Should I start Edelman, Corey Davis, or Jarvis Landry? Now, I haven't seen. I don't even know because it really wasn't from a reliable source, but I saw somebody's put out there for a certain reason to monitor Corey Davis's potential availability today. So I'm not going to say as to why because I don't really trust the source, but I just want to throw it out there. So I might look at Edelman and Landry. Plus, I don't like Corey Davis again. Pittsburgh's defense is good. They really are.
Is it one? Is it one or two? Because he says Crowder and Mixon's out, so I'm assuming two.
I'm assuming two because he says those two are out and Jefferson is on a bye. So I'm thinking that if Jefferson was playing, he'd automatically be playing him in place of one of those guys.
In order for me, in case it's one, I'm saying Landry, Edelman, Davis.
That's fair.
I'm saying Landry, Davis, Edelman.
Also fair.
All right.
So
I don't know how much that helps, but that's what you're looking at.
Two of us said Landry and Edelman. Two of us said Landry and Edelman, and then Mike said Landry and Davis. We'll just go that way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so next is from Panther Wild 22. Starter PPR, Gibson or Singletary. That's actually kind of tough for me.
I know because you love them both.
Yeah,
I saw this question and smiled because I'm like, what is Steve gonna do?
I'd probably go Gibson.
I think I go Gibson here too. I don't know. I'm leaning. I just looked at my rankings. I got Singletary 2 above him. I got Singletary on this one.
And that puts me on the spot because I didn't want to answer it either. I'm gonna say Singletary as well. I'm gonna do what I thought Steve was gonna do.
The old opt out.
Yeah,
I'm putting a Jedi mind trick on you guys. I'm doing reverse psychology. I'm going to say Gibson, and it's going to be Singletary.
He wanted us to say Singletary. You see that the whole time.
See, this chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers. All right. So we got Bernard. I'm guessing that's Robbie Anderson or James Robinson, full PPR. Give me Bernard and Robbie Anderson if that is Robbie Anderson.
What does he say 2 or is it just 1?
Says neither. That's what we're looking at is what we see.
So I'm taking Robbie Anderson and then Bernard, then Robinson in that order.
What about you, Mike?
Give me Robbie Anderson here, I think.
Yeah. So in order to go Anderson, Bernard, Robinson for me.
Same. Anderson, Bernard, Robinson as well.
Also, I want to mention real quick that you can give us a call at 205-797-5337 or 205-79-SLEEP. If you want to call in and get ahead of some of these questions, you can call and get right to the front of the line.
Absolutely. So next question is from Panther Wild 22. Add or drop Breeze or Minshew full PPR? I mean, I would keep Breeze over Minshew. Add or drop Breeze or Minshew full PPR. I mean, the way I'm reading, I guess it's just which one would you rather have rest of the season? So I would go Breeze.
I'd go Breeze as well.
Yeah, give me Breeze. Of course.
I mean, he's got the DFS captain to throw to today.
Yeah, Marquez Callaway, Captain DFS. Give it to him. Give it to me now. All right, so David DeCane. Man, that's almost as complicated as my last name, and it's 1,000 letters long in Italian. So, all right, flex half point. We have Debo, Lev Bell, Mike Williams, or AD.
I'm going to go. I haven't said him all day, but for fun, I'm going to say Lev Bell here.
Yeah, I mean, part of me, because they said they're going to split reps and, they say he looks good, and I think it's a flyer just because of the offense. Sammy Watkins is out. They might utilize Bell out of the slot. They really might, because he has the route running ability to do so. But I'm actually, for me personally, I'm torn between Debo and Bell here. I'm probably going to go Debo.
Mike?
Yeah, I think I'm going Debo here too. I think I like Debo. I want to see what Le'Veon Bell can do on this team. I don't think they're just going to jump him right in. I think he will take over the majority of that, but I'm not there yet with him.
I don't know, man. CEH he made a hell of a statement last week to just say that Bell's going to come in and take over. I mean, they're going to play these guys, both of them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. We have next question. Who should I start? Robert Tonyan or Noah Fant? I'm
going to say Tonyan.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to sit Tonyan right now. And I know Fant's going to be involved. I want to look at the matchups again.
Give me Fant while you're looking. I'll take Fant. I love him.
They're playing against Kansas City.
Fant against the Chiefs. I think I'm going to go Tonyan against the Texans.
That's where I was leaning as well.
Yeah. So next question, also from Schmoove. We got Jamal Williams or Ronald Jones. You have to keep playing Ronald Jones. You have to play Ronald Jones until you have a reason to not play him.
Yeah, that Raiders team has not been all that great against the run.
No, I mean, I like Jamal Williams mainly in PPR leagues, but yeah, you have to play Ronald Jones. Let's see. Kyler Murray or Matt Ryan? It's actually kind of tough. I think I'm going to go Kyler Murray.
I like Kyler Murray too.
I mean, Ryan has everybody back, and they are playing Detroit. That's what makes it tough for me. Because, I mean, you take Matt Ryan and drop him in Jacksonville's offense, you see a better day out of LaVisca Chenault and DJ Chark last week.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's very possible Julio could put up 2 touchdowns again, or Calvin Ridley could put up 2 touchdowns. But that Cardinal Seahawks game could be just as much of a shootout. So let's see. Next is we have Darren Fells as a starting tight end ? I mean, I think he is. He was very touchdown dependent to begin with last year. And he did put up good games and so on and so forth, but he's been a target for Deshaun Watson now for 2 seasons, and we've seen more out of him these last couple of weeks without O'Brien. We've seen more out of Fells. We've seen more out of Cooks, and I think that kind of continues. I think they're just letting Deshaun Watson do what he does on the field. So, yeah, I think Fells is starting tight end. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's a tight end 1. I mean, I think he's, a high end 2 with, upside. But I think his floor's safe.
I have him like 14th on the week, so it reinforces right where you're at. He's just outside of tight end 1 range, and let's face it, the guys that are at the back end of that tight end 1 range could easily fall off and make Fells a tight end 1 on the week. So it's it's not like you're expecting a ton from him, but touchdown upside is what we say a lot, right? He has a lot of touchdown upside, so that's why I have him as high as I do.
So next one, Shaquem Banks, PPR, start 1 running back, 1 flex. We have McKissick, Murray, McLaurin, Boyd, Cole. For me, I'm going to go full PPR. I think I like Murray, but I think I'm going to go McKissick here. And then I'm also going to go Tyler Boyd. So McKissick, Boyd for me.
I am... And I like Boyd.
McLaurin could have a big day today, though. I don't want to start both of those guys.
I was gonna say Boyd and McLaurin. I'm gonna stick with McLaurin and Boyd. That's where I'm.
But you have to start 1 running back.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm starting McLaren in my running back spot because he's so fast.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, if I have to, you're right. Boyd, I'm going to take McKissick and Boyd. I don't think McLaren has that big of an upside compared to Boyd, and I like McKissick.
I'm with you on the first half, but I'm McKissick and McLaurin.
Oh man, I don't want to start 2 football team guys.
I honestly don't think you can go wrong with Murray and McLaurin. I just think your reception upside is greater with McKissick and Boyd.
Yeah,
because it's possible J.D. McKissick and Terry McLaurin could have the same amount of receptions. It's just Terry McLaurin could have more yards and more touchdowns. But it's also very possible that Boyd puts up the same performance that Terry McLaurin would.
Yep.
All that I can say is I'm dirty jobs and I'm disgusting, and I do not mind watching some football. Winning. So
good point.
You heard it from the dirty himself. So back to our boy. Got Deontay Johnson. This goes back to earlier. So drop Deontay Johnson. I think he was talking about dropping somebody. Deontay Johnson and Mike Williams. No, I would hold on to Deontay. Deontay Johnson. And I think it was in a half PPR format from what he was saying, but still, I mean, your touchdown upside's probably going to be better with Mike Williams, but I think we really need to see how this wide receiver trio plays out, because I really, truly, honestly think that Deontay Johnson impacts Juju more than Chase Claypool.
I agree with you there.
So mini Jordan 718, PPR, choose a flex, DJ Chark, OBJ, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, or Justin Jackson. I think I have to go the running back here. Sounds gross, but I think I have to lean Justin Jackson here.
I am taking DJ Moore.
What say you, Mike?
You're
laughing at something over there.
Yeah, man. So I just realized, and I apologize if the person is listening at the phone number on one of our threads that I posted. I put 7-6 sleep instead of 7-9 sleep, so I must have just accidentally slipped and hit the 6 instead of the 9. But so they text Adam and they said, "Hey, I don't know who's," because apparently a lot of people are calling this guy on a Sunday morning saying, "Who do I start?" And he's probably just sitting there chilling, farming or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I just saw that. So yeah.
Well, on the keypad, they're right on top of one another.
Yeah.
So you probably fat fingered it.
Right now, so yeah, it cracked me up.
Did you?
Oh, that's so bad.
Did you send our watchers to like a porn number this morning?
I hope not, but that would be even funnier. But that's but maybe not as funny as just some random dude. It's just like, what would be the funniest is if that guy just started being like getting sick of it and saying, "Yeah, hell, I'd start," you know. On this question though.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that number when we get out of here. I'm going to see who we sent them to, but it's so if you do want to call, it's 205-797-5227, 205-79 sleep.
Oh, that's great. So, all right, Mike, where you at? Be the tiebreaker, because I'm leaning Justin Jackson and Jason is DJ Moore.
I'm on DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore. Like I said, I'm probably higher on him today than I should be, but I like it a lot. I think he's just going to explode today.
Okay. DJ Moore it is. Shaquem Banks, PPR, pick 1, tight end. Fells, Tanyan, Schultz, Ebron. It's going to be Tanyan for me.
Yeah, I'm saying Tanyan as well.
Yeah, Tanyan for me as well. Sorry. Yep.
And I know the listeners can't see this, but in the background, it looks like Fallon's assembling furniture.
It does. The quick flap.
George,
whatever. You actually need to get some work done.
I know saying. You're at. I don't like it. He might be pre-gaming, dude. He might be warming up behind Minshew, like we talked about earlier, and he's just kind of bored on the sideline or something. I don't know.
When you're the new guy in the locker room like that, people aren't really that nice to you and things like that. And,
or maybe he's the water boy and he's got a quick break. I mean, who knows?
There you go.
Maybe he's already hurt himself.
He might be working the corners and it's a little slow on a Sunday, so you never know.
George Reed out for the year. He thought about playing football.
So yeah, quick on Fells or Schultz half PPR. I'm going Fells.
Let me look at my
Fells for me too. If it wasn't Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I've got Fells as well.
So next one from Fit D's, we got Bell, Patrick, or Tanyan full PPR. Patrick. Oh, Tim Patrick probably.
Tim Patrick, yeah.
Full PPR.
I'm going to say Tanyan.
That's kind of tough, man. Part of me wants to say Tim Patrick.
I like Tim Patrick a lot today. I think I'm leaning Tim Patrick. Give it to me.
And he's probably another good DFS play too.
Yep, I agree. Low on.
He'll be contrarian. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Tim Patrick. All right, so from Schmoove here, we got, so my opponent is playing Justin Jackson in a flex. I'm playing Metcalf at 8:30. If it's close at 4, should I flex Ronald Jones or flex Metcalf and wait till 8:30? I don't think you sit DK at all. You can't. I mean, this dude has been a freaking stud in a game that's probably going to be a shootout.
Yeah, that Cardinals defense is not that great.
Yeah. We got Leonard Fournette coming back today, too. Now, that's not to say that he's going to completely eat up that role from Ronald Jones. He might not even hardly touch it, because if anybody's deserved that spot, Ronald Jones has looked damn good in that position for the past few weeks. But I do still think that Bruce Arians is the type of coach that doesn't care about how well you've done. He thinks who he thinks is the best player for that position. He's going to play that player in that position. And so for me, it's DK Metcalf. You cannot fade this guy. He is too good.
I agree.
So let's see. Luis, same question. Said sorry for that. No big deal, man. No big deal. Get your questions in here. So last one I have right now. So same guy here. Who do you think is going to have more carries, Jamal Williams or AJ Dillon? I think Jamal Williams is going to see more touches. AJ Dillon, however, could have a couple more carries, and more than likely, because he is a big physical hammer, and they're in goal line situations, I think those two are going to kind of dictate what they're doing as far as running or passing the ball. Because I think AJ Dillon's going to see the red zone work.
I like AJ Dillon. I feel like the coach. Sorry, Jason. I feel like the coach that is there. I think he really just prefers to have Dillon. I think he's been waiting to see Dillon. I wouldn't be too sure if he just kept on kind of coaxing good old Aaron Jones, saying, "Oh no, man, why don't you just sit out this week? You're good. Why don't we want to save you, buddy," and stuff like that. Because I think he really wants to see what this Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon guy brings to the table.
I mean, the other side of it too that I look at is, if I don't know how many Green Bay games you guys have been catching, but there are situations where they run Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams out there on the field.
Yeah,
they're both good runners. They're both good receivers. So it's very possible that you could see, because I mean, realistically, there's not a lot of receiving options in Green Bay. You're looking at Devontae Adams. You're looking at Robert Tonyan, MVS, even as the number 2 guy last week, he really wasn't all that impressive. Yeah, and just Jamal Williams, his familiarity with the offense, his familiarity with Aaron Rodgers. That's why I think he's going to see more touches in general. And he's my favorite over AJ Dillon in PPR leagues.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with you.
With that, guys, we got a caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, yo, what up, dog? It's Al. It's me again.
Hey, what's going on, Al?
I needed a question. I just needed something real fast. That's why I called. Okay, Jerick McKinnon somebody dropped him. I think it was earlier today. Would you drop John Brown for Jerick McKinnon and wait for Wires, or would you drop John Brown for Deontay Johnson right now and not wait?
I would drop John Brown for Deontay Johnson all day long.
Absolutely.
Bet. All right. That was it. I'm out. Y'all got it. Appreciate it.
All right.
Peace out, Al.
I've got to say I like Al. I like Al a lot, but every time I hear we get a call from Al, it sounds like he needs to change the battery in his smoke detector. Did you guys hear that too? Did you guys hear? Or were you hearing that too?
Yeah, but Al don't give a fuck.
I was too focused on answering Al's question. None of this nonsense.
From the mixer, we got Cup or Debo PPR. It's not Cup that they're worried about. It's Goff. Bears always just bring out the worst in him. I agree with that. But for me, I'm still leaning Cup over Debo. What about you guys?
I'm leaning Cup over Debo as well. I know. But here's the thing. I want to listen to see what my 49ers fan in the middle here thinks.
Yes, yeah, I love both guys. I'm probably going to go Cup here as well. I mean, I really like both players, but a lot of people are down on Cup, and I don't get why. But yeah, I think I'm going to play him over Debo.
What I like about Debo is they find, he's one of those guys, kind of like we were talking about with Claypool earlier. They find ways to get him the ball and get him going. And then that just kind of jumpstarts the offense. So I do like that about him. But I can't sit Cup.
Agreed. What else we got from Mixler?
That was it. That was the only one.
Oh, that was it. So I'll run
up.
through these last couple. We had a couple just kind of fly through here. So, Ronald Jones or Jamal Williams. Again, you got to go Jones. For
He's
me,
played so well.
Yeah. You start him until he gives you a reason not to. I know Houston's defense is terrible, but you got to play Ronald Jones. George, whatever, dude. Nobody wants to know about your groin.
Yeah,
all right.
Probably what's happening to that.
George's wife doesn't even want to know about George's groin.
Right. I mean, come on. So Todd Crowley, we have AJ Dillon, CD Lamb, or Debo, half PPR for flex.
CD Lamb for me.
CD Lamb, yeah. I like Debo, but you got to go CD Lamb here. Give up Drake for Chubb and Landry. Smash accept.
Yes, please. Yep, all day.
If you're a contender and you're contending with Kenyon Drake, you're going to be getting Nick Chubb back mid-November. So smash accept. You didn't talk about Jermichael Hasty last week. No, we didn't.
But nobody asked about him either. To be fair,
right. And
Michael Hasty behind his back.
Yeah. Right. So JP33. Start Mike Evans, DJ Moore, or DeAndre Swift. Half PPR. I'm going Swift.
I'm going to say Swift as well because it's a running back.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. You'd have never guessed this in a million years. You asked this question in like the middle of September. Not one of us is going to even mention the word Swift in this conversation, but I'm there too. All three of us saying DeAndre Swift in this matchup.
The matchup's better. They're giving him an expanded role. We saw what he did last week, and I said it all the way up until the draft that DeAndre Swift to me was the best running back in the class. That was just my personal opinion, and I wanted him to go to Kansas City so bad. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire is perfect there. But DeAndre Swift, dude, he's good. I just hate that he's going to get wasted in Detroit.
That's the problem I had with it. Like I was like you. I wanted Swift over any of the other guys in the draft, and I wanted him on Tampa Bay really badly. I'm happy we picked Winfield in the second and didn't take a running back. Don't get me wrong.
Winfield's a stud.
Yeah, right.
And you guys needed that secondary.
We needed secondary so bad. And when Winfield fell, I was disappointed we didn't get a running back in the second because I knew all the good ones would go. But I was so happy we picked up Winfield. So it made me happy and sad at the same time. But man, Mike Evans just makes me even sadder. It's just so much talent, but there's so many guys there that Brady can throw it to. It's just a muddled offense. It's a good problem for the team, but not for fantasy.
All right, let's see. Todd Crowley, thanks, guys. No problem. JP, who do I start? We're going Swift, buddy. All right, very last question. Then we're closing this out from Pac-Man. My starting running backs are Lindsey, McKissick, AP, and Justin Jackson. Which 2 running backs should I start? And should I find a way to get Ruggs in my lineup? I think you should find a way to get Ruggs in your lineup. Not really sure what your situation is, but which 2 running backs should you start? I think you should start, if it's PPR, McKissick, Jackson. If not, I think you go Lindsey, Jackson.
And that's where I'm at too with those 2.
Yeah, I think I like Lindsey and Jackson here. Man, yeah, that's a crazy one too. Like, or should I start and try to find a way? I mean, I really like Ruggs a lot too, but I give me Lindsey and Jackson. We'll make it easy. I like Lindsey and Jackson too.
And then he followed up with he's starting Tim Patrick over Ruggs.
I like that.
I want to see what Ruggs can do, but I'm starting Tim Patrick there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad play. The Raiders feature Ruggs, so I don't know. They like him, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. I have 0 problem with Patrick over Ruggs, but me personally, I'd probably play Ruggs. But all right, guys, yeah. So I think we're clear out, Mike. We don't have any callers, nothing like that. And we'll put George's face on there just to be part of the closeout. So, Georgie.
He's going to throw a touchdown in our honor for the Jaguars. Listen, now we know you're competing with Glennon.
At least it's not a picture of his groin. So we at least have that going for us, which is nice.
Mike Glennon. Have we ever seen those 2 in the same room at the same time?
George doesn't have a big enough neck to be Mike Glennon.
Maybe that's what he does. He just like hunches it down though.
Mike's point is valid. Maybe it's like the Hulk. Mike Glennon turns into George.
And it's just instead of going big, it just is all neck.
Yeah.
It's like it's Stretch Armstrong, but just the neck.
George the giraffe.
Right, exactly.
All right, so we're going to close this one out, guys. Remember, you can follow all of us at the Sleeperwire Show. I want to mention, if you don't like any of the calls we made, if you had a problem with them, if they didn't pan out for you, you can call us on Monday night. We have a Monday night watch party, so you can call us, Mike and I, and complain to us and let us know. And if we did something really great for you, like we do for most of you guys, call us and tell us how well you did. Tell us how many points you need for the night. Just call us and interact. It's fun to have. You can catch me at BFTG Jason. You can catch Steve at SPAC21. You can catch Dirty Jobs at Dirty Jobs 21. That's for donuts, we found out. And just because George was such a big part of the show, you can catch him at BFTG Pod. And remember, all of us are at Sleeperwire Show. Come check us out. Go to our website. Catch us on all our other shows throughout the week. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in.
Subscribe to all the platforms. YouTube,
yes, sir.
Twitch, Periscope, all of that. Check it out. Spotify, iTunes. Get it.
All of it. Good luck, folks.
Good luck this week.